Johnny Detroit. We're going to be doing the awards, Oscars 2011, this Sunday at February 27th. The person we're going to get on the horn to break down the Oscars for us is actually a member of Frank's crew. His name's Chris. If you remember those Vegas Wise Guy videos with Mr. Frank, Chris is his right-hand man, or I'm sorry, Chris is Frank's right-hand man. So let's get him on the horn. He's actually on the way to LA right now to go to the Oscars. And it sounds funny that somebody who's part of the Sharp crew with Frank is actually betting on the, oh my God. If you notice something, all the videos I've done lately where I call these scalpers middlers, they all have cheesy rings in their phones, I guess. I guess they all get together in the bat cave or something and pick up ringtones.
Hello?
What's up, Mr. Chris?
Howdy.
Good. How you doing? So you're going to the Oscars? I got you on the speakerphone right now. Preface and let everyone know that you're partners with Mr. Frank, who everyone loved those videos. And just real quick is just to kind of preface. Do you want to give me like a quick 30 seconds so they know who you are, what your main role in the crew is, and some of the things that you focus on as part of you and Frank and your whole middling and scalping operation, so that the people who are listening to this will know a little bit about yourself. So you got 30 seconds to give me your resume for being one of the sharper crews in Vegas. So go ahead. The floor is yours.
I think I spend the majority of my time just trying to research weaknesses wherever I can find them. I'm continually searching the casino lines. I'm continually looking for unique betting opportunities such as the Oscars or contests, pools. We've been very successful this year over the since baseball season. We've won every pool that we've been in, I think, pretty much.
You guys, you won the win contest, and you're specifically you're one of the ace in the holes for the college bowls. I mean, I think you were the one who had what Mississippi State, like 2 touchdowns or 10 points or something that over Michigan, correct?
Yeah, I actually handicapped the game at Mississippi State -11, and being a diehard Michigan fan, I still felt it was one of the stronger games. Should have benefited more by it, but I've got a good bowl system that is excellent at predicting line movement. It really gives us the edge once the games come to kick off. We've positioned ourselves very well versus the line. It doesn't necessarily mean that the winning percentage is as strong as the line predictor, but it really puts us in great shape.
Well, we're talking Oscars, which, a lot of people think stuff like this is cheesy, but, guys like you, the Super Bowl props, Oscars, stuff like this is, these lines guys aren't spending tons of time to get the best lines. And I know historically, not to jinx you, I'm going to knock on some wood here, you've given me Oscar picks over the years, and you've been pretty solid at predicting them. So real quick, you're in your ride, you're driving to Los Angeles, you're going to the Oscars, correct?
Yeah, we're going to be there on the red carpet. It might sound cheesy, but it's a guilty pleasure. I do love the movies, and I do love entertainment, so it's something that interests me, and I pay close attention to, and I've got a close network of friends that enjoy the same interests.
So what we're going to do is we're not going to go through all the cheesy shit like the costume and the adapted screenplay plot stuff, unless you have something that pops in your head you got to pick for. And I know you're driving. I don't want you to get pulled over for being on the horn with me. So we're going to go over the main ones. And I know this is a book that, not necessarily you're in, because I don't think they really let you guys play too long. We're going to use some lines from Bet Us. So I'm assuming they're probably not the best lines. I know you guys have networks all over the place to get the best value and everything. So for sake of argument, we're going to play dumb, and you're kicked out everywhere. You're only allowed to use these lines. So we'll start off. We're going to go to the Best Supporting Actress. We got Melissa Leo from The Fighter at -400. We got Helena Bonham Carter from The King's Speech at +650. Haley Steinfeld, True Grit, +275. Jackie Weaver from Animal Kingdom, +5,000. And Amy Adams from The Fighter at +2,000. Any value, favorite? How you playing this one at all, or what do we got going on here?
I'm not playing that category. I don't like the category. I don't. I think Melissa Leo did very well. She obviously picked off Golden Globes. She picked off Screen Actors Guild. She lost, however, in the latest BAFTA Awards in Britain last week, which was a big surprise. Carter won that category. So I certainly wouldn't lay minus 400 on Leo, and if I wanted to have action on it, I probably would put a token bet on Carter just for the value of plus 600, but quite frankly, I'd pass on the category.
Okay, so we got an opinion at best on Carter from The King's Speech. All right, let's go over to Best Supporting Actor. We got Christian Bale from The Fighter, minus 900, huge favorite there. Jeffrey Rush from The King's Speech, plus 350. Mark Ruffalo from The Kids Are All Right, plus 4,500. John Hawkes from Winter Bone, plus 4,500. And Jeremy Renner, The Town, plus 6,000. So it looks like Bale's a huge favorite. Everyone else outside of Rush are just huge dogs. Any lean in this category?
Yeah, I feel bad for Hawks. In any other year, he should have won for Winter's Bone, but unfortunately, he's facing Rush and Bale. Bale and Rush both did a much better job than Firth, who's nominated in the Best Actor category. But I still have to give the nod to Bale. I bet Bale pretty heavily early on at lower odds. I think I bet him at 4 or 5 to 1. Had no problem at all laying the 4 to 1. I did actually. He won every other award except the BAFTAs last week, where Jeffrey Rush won. But it's British, and that isn't entirely unsurprising. And Rush did a phenomenal job. Again, much better than Firth did, in my opinion, and everybody else's opinion that I know that knows this in my network. But unfortunately, I think Bale's going to win that one. Rush, if you could get better odds, I actually took a little bit of Jeffrey Rush at much better odds than 4 to 1, just as a little bit of a backup. But I like Bale to win that category.
All right, we're going to go on to the Best Actress. We have Natalie Portman from Black Swan at minus 2,200. Wowzers on that one. Annette Bening, The Kids Are All Right, plus 650. Jennifer Lawrence, Winter Bone, plus 2,500. Nicole Kidman, Rabbit Hole, plus 4,000. Michelle Williams from Blue Valentine, plus 6,000. I mean, you just totally pass this and you like some value? I mean, minus 2,200, that's like USC or something in their heyday playing a high school squad. I mean, I can't see any value in betting something that big.
I'm sorry, what was Bening's odds?
Plus 650.
Yeah, I bet Portman pretty strong early. I got it at significantly better. I laid, again, the same as Bale, about 5 to 1 with one location. And I actually laid 9 to 1 on the Golden Globes and won with her. I did bet Bale and Portman in the Golden Globes. Those were both winners. But you can't lay 22 to 1 in that category. Annette Bening has too many Hollywood friends. And she did a fine job. Portman should win this, but you can't bet it. I wouldn't even take Bening as a value play, just for action. But Portman should win. You just can't bet it at those odds, though.
Right. Over to the Best Actor, where we even have a bigger favorite, Colin Firth. Hopefully I said that right, from The King's Speech, minus 10,000. James Franco, 127 hours, plus 1,400. Jesse Eisenberg, The Social Network, plus 2,000. Jeff Bridges, True Grit, plus 3,000. And Javier Bardem from Beautiful, I believe, plus 4,000. Do we just skip this and move on to the next one, Chris? Because I can't see anybody in their right mind laying 10,000 on anybody unless there's something I'm seeing or you're seeing that I'm not, that any of these other guys have a shot. But, I mean, minus 10,000, I mean, why even put that on the board?
No, you can't bet it, and I wish Rush and Bale were in that category. But you're right. Pass.
All right,
Firth will win.
We're going to move over to Best Director, what's a little more streamlined. We have 2 people, looks like, competing, and then 3 long shots. We have David Fincher from The Social Network, minus $2. Tom Hopper from The King's Speech, plus $1. Darren Aronofsky, I think that's how you say it. I don't know. I didn't see The Black Swan. I don't like those kind of movies anyways. Unless there's shit blowing up or naked chicks or some guy with a knife or true crime, I don't really want to see it. The Black Swan director is plus 2,000. Ethan and Joel Coen, True Grit, plus 4,000. And David Russell from The Fighter, plus 4,000.
I don't. I like the Social Network there. I think it was a better overall picture. It was well done, start to finish. I I'm not sure. It's certainly no lock, but that would be my pick in that category. I think the speech is a little bit overrated. It has, picked up some momentum recently, but Social Network was the was the movie that appealed to the widest audience, and it was a solid movie start to finish. I don't have a problem laying 2-1, but that's where I would lean.
All right, let's go on to the best picture now. We have the Social Network plus 350, King's Speech minus 900, which seems kind of odd to me that you have the best director and some of the actors from, you got the Social Network favorite as the best director, but then when you're on it for the best actual picture, you got the King's Speech as a huge favorite, minus 900. The Fighter at plus 4,000. Toy Story 3. If my kids were voting, this would be their long shot, plus 10,000. The Black Swan plus 2,500. Inception plus 4,000. 127 Hours plus 10,000. True Grit plus 3,500. The Kids Are All Right plus 10,000. And Winter's Bone at plus 8,000.
Well, if you ask my opinion, believe it or not, I like Winter's Bone as the best movie of the year. I don't think it stands any shot of hell, and I didn't even put token money on it. I'm in a real pickle on this one, actually. It's kind of unusual for us to be in this spot. I think I'm going to be a loser in this category this year, but I'm betting Social Network. I really like the value in it. It's not that I think the King's Speech is overrated. I don't think it appealed to as wide of an audience as Social Network did.
Real quick, Chris, real quick, I love all the winners and the information you've given me over the years, but if you ever say I'm in a pickle again, you're going to have to go off the friend VIP list for at least a week.
Well, we've been betting the Social Network at plus 4-1, plus 5-1, and we just love the value in this. We're calling it a value play. I think it's going to be difficult for it to win, but I think the King's Speech, is going to get the nod. But I'm not convinced, and I love the value of Social Network. That's where I'm putting my money. It's really an unusual spot. We usually have the best of everything, like we had the best of Portman and Bale. We don't have the best on this one, but I love the value on it. If you want to just throw a little bit of money on something and just try to get some good return, I don't think you're gonna regret throwing just some token change on Social Network. It has a shot.
What about all the bullshit categories? Anything that stands out? I know you're driving. I know you mentioned you don't have all your paperwork in front of you. Anything that popped off that you see in these other categories that you have any thoughts on or any plays on? Anything from original screenplay, film editing, documentary, art direction? Anything off the top of your head?
The only other mortal lock is Toy Story to win Best Animated. Aside from that, it's really not the best year to be betting the Oscars. Other years have been much more enjoyable and much more value. This year's a little bit of an anomaly, and that's the best way I can put it. I wish we had a Slumdog sitting out there this year
right.
That you just know is going to win. Last year, I will tell you, I laid the biggest odds I ever have because I had the best supporting actress. I can't remember her name, but I did lay 10-1, even late. Monique, yeah, that's her name. This year, I can't. I wouldn't. I can't. Nothing stands out to really just go to the whip on the odds. I think they've gotten beaten up too many years in the past.
Yeah, that's one of the things, Chris, is, for everyone listening to this, I want to say is, a lot of times this stuff that seems cheesy is, I've seen, even on futures for some things, for even sports, is these bookmakers are not checking all the time. I was looking at some World Series stuff yesterday, and I've seen stuff all over the board on these teams. And real quick before we close, Chris, because I'm going to want to get you on the horn once we get closer to